Hey guys, GD1500 here for a game review. What? Yes, I'm going to be reviewing the Activision BEENOX Marvel Corporation video game, Spider-Man Edge of Time, which is a sort of spin-off game, not a sequel. It's sort of in the same universe as Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and which, by the way, pretty good game. Real quick rating of that one, probably 7.5 for Shattered Dimensions. Anyway, on to this new game. Came out last Tuesday, October 4th. Okay, today's the 9th, so 5 days. Both me and Video Radio 1 have played it, and we both can agree it was a fairly decent game. The plot, great. Graphics, mind-blowing. By far the best Spider-Man game that I've ever played. And I'm into these types of games, so it's no surprise that the next game I'm reviewing is XMEN Destiny. Then after that, it's Batman Arkham City. But anyway, this game, I'm gonna do a really quick spoiler type thing, and it's gonna start at the 2-minute mark. So I'll talk for a second here for 40 seconds, and then everyone who doesn't want to do spoilers, jump to 5 minutes. So I'll probably go on for about 3 minutes with this spoiler stuff. So let's see and wait for 30 seconds. So The Simpsons were canceled. What? Yeah. I love my little what. Why do I add these things? Simpsons were canceled after the 25th season with the option of a 26th season coming in. So yeah, that's insane, I think. And that's Simpsons up there. I have all of them. Ooh, 1 minute and 55 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you start off the game as Amazing Spider-Man. It's a cinematic. And he's being killed, having his power sucked out of him by Anti-Venom. The story about Anti-Venom is that Venom fused the symbiote with his white blood cells, and it turned the suit white. I don't know, it's a long story. So he's being killed by him, and then Spider-Man 2099 is like, and then, like, cuts to something I can't remember. And then, you see Spider-Man 2099 holding Spider-Man in his arm. And then it cuts back to earlier in the future. What? That's what I said. Anyway, so yeah, that happens. Spider-Man narrates. Then he goes to find this guy, Walker Sloan, who works for Alchemax, which is this corrupt company that tries to control the future. And so Walker Sloan is the head of a time travel department. And Spider-Man's trying to cut him off before he goes back in time, and his plan is to reinvent Alchemax in the past, in like the 1950s. And so he actually succeeds. And so then something happens. I can't remember. I'm forgetting this plot so much. And then Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2009 kind of established this telepathic thing. I don't know, where they can hear each other, and Spider-Man 2009 is like, you're gonna die today or something. We have to make sure that you don't die, so then we can prevent this from happening in the future being all corrupt and the present being corrupt or whatever. So they go on this huge adventure thing, and then this whole thing about the portal room and stuff. And when you think the game's over, when they finally try to defeat Anti-Venom, he ends up going through the portal with Walker Sloan, Anti-Venom, and Doc Ock. And so they go through there. And then all throughout the next part of the game, these tentacles keep popping up just out of nowhere, and they're super annoying. Just holy crap. And so then you do all this other stuff. You save Mary Jane. And at this time, Amazing Spider-Man's in 2099, and 2099 Spider-Man is in Amazing Spider-Man, it's present time. And so then they do all these different things. Then they go back, and they have to get DNA samples from Atrocity, which is a big mix between Anti-Venom, Doc Ock, and Walker Sloan. It's this really big, fat, ugly thing with tentacles. And so they go through this thing, and then you find out the CEO of Alchemax is Peter Parker. So that's weird. I have 30 seconds to finish this up. And then they get to the portal room, and the CEO starts versing Spider-Man 2099, and Atrocity starts versing Amazing Spider-Man. And so they de-tentacleize Atrocity, and Spider-Man pushes him through the portal, and then they explain that if they defeat the CEO, then it should create this whole time collapse thing where all this is erased, and then Spider-Man 2009 defeats him and goes through the portal, and everyone and everything is just erased, and it goes back to normal, except for Spider-Man 2099 can still talk to each other. And they remember. Okay, so yeah, that was the spoiler bit. That was awesome. I just explained the whole game within 3 minutes. So yeah, there's that was the plot of it. And as I said, the graphics in this game, the plot of this game, the um like how you play it, I liked it. Very easy controls. It is a little bit more of a button masher than Shattered Dimensions was, but I still loved it more than Shattered Dimensions. So, final bit right here. I'm gonna give this game an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna say that 8 out of 10. I mean, it's really hard for a comic book game to get a high rating nowadays when everything's shooter, but this one definitely sticks out from the crowd. Just as I think so far that I'm in X-Men Destinies so far. Oh, timing. This game takes average time about 8 hours. So yeah, Spider-Man: Edge of Time. Definitely recommending it, guys. Go play it. 8 out of 10. Awesome.